Well, this is going to be interesting.
And interesting it was. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second part of my little donation series that I ended up donating and making for an auction. It was a good series to do, and by good series I just mean these 2 episodes because I only had time to make 2. It was really cool. The fact that I haven't made abstract art in quite a few years and then just jumped right back into it and made something that I actually was kind of proud of really made me happy. And the auctioneers who, as I showed them the finished piece, they had the same exact questions that most people would have. Why is this empty? And why is this just a background? Which was super funny to me because by the end of it, you'll see why they asked that question. But I kind of like that because the whole purpose of some of the art in this world is to just raise questions and sometimes concerns, and sometimes to answer both of those things. So I ended up liking how that ended up working out, basically. I did also like how I ended up basically scrubbing away and peeling back the layers of the canvas. As I was working on the canvas and adding more paint, I kept removing paint as well and then re-adding it in a very mushy and mixed up way. It was really cool. This first pass ended up making it look like it was the stained glass of a church, which, with me doing all of my research and reading the Bible the way I have been for the last few weeks, it's been really funny to see something like that in my work because I don't often do stuff like that. At least not, I should say subliminally I do stuff like that, but it's really funny just to see it as you're reflecting on it. I kind of wanted to use primary colors as I started off the whole piece, but I wasn't too sure how the colors would end up blending because I did not want to use green or have green in the canvas or on the canvas at all. If you look closely, you can actually see that just a little bit as I'm adding this yellow and this blue, but I wanted to use the main colors of blue, orange, and white, which we get into that a little bit more. And over the course of the couple of hours that it actually took me to make this, it came out the way I wanted it to, but I wasn't too sure how it really should have been, which is hard to say, honestly, but that's the best way to say it. So now we're actually just making our way to the actual good part until I add this yellow, and it kind of messes everything up. But anyway, there was a little bit too much brown in this piece than I really liked. But that's kind of what happens when you mix the 2 complement colors and expect them to not blend properly. They ended up blending properly and blending to the way that make brown. So it was all right. I just ended up adding a lot more white. At first, I thought about adding trees. That's why the white stalks ended up going in a line that way. I had tree and forest imagery in mind when I actually did that, and then I just kept mixing everything. I like to think that it came out properly in a weird way. I don't know, but overall, I enjoyed that whole process. And then as we go through, I think this is the 4th or 3rd peel away, where we just add on more layers as we remove everything and just blend into the middle, which this was right here. This was the exact part where I realized, okay, this is how I want the painting to be depicted. It was weird to say because towards the end of it, you'll see me flip it around and turn it, and that's just because I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to view this piece. And that was actually one of the things that the auctioneers asked me too, which I laughed because that's something that abstract art also gets people to ask. Like, why is this the background? Why is this empty? And how should I look at it? So by the end of it, I ended up realizing I have this orientation is fine. And then if you flip it onto its left side horizontally, that is also how I think you should see it. But But also, it really doesn't matter because art is subjective. So at the end of this, just feel free to turn your phone or your screen. Just don't break anything, and see how it looks for you. And let me know in the comments too, because I really liked how all of the orientations ended up working for this piece. So weird, but I was satisfied with it at the very end. I kind of just like cut out all the part of me talking. And so here it is. I kind of intensified some of the colors, which I really liked. So with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about the art piece in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you all later.